Hi, it's Katie Templin, your Beachbody coach. Welcome to day one of the Move It or Modify It version of my 5-day free group challenge. So each day this week, I will be doing 2 moves that have a highly modified from a, let's say, a full squat. And the reason for this is I recently hurt my neck. And so I've had to get back very slowly into full movements. And so I thought, you know what, it would be a really great opportunity to do this group for people who are just starting to work out, who might have physical limitations, and who might not feel like they can do the workouts that are usually shown in videos. So I want to make sure everybody knows that even moving a little bit really does matter. And you'll find that even doing these workouts, there's one where you literally sit still for a minute. But you do get your heart rate up, you get a little bit of sweat on, you feel your muscles moving, and sometimes that's all you need. A little bit every day goes a long way. So let's get started with our first move. Again, this is day one. I'll give you 2 moves today, and then we will give you 2 more moves tomorrow. And the idea is that each day you add to the day before. So day 1, you do just the 2 moves. Each move is done for a minute. And for those of you who feel good or want a little bit more of a workout, you would do either 2 cycles or 3 cycles of that. So you do move 1 for a minute, move 2 for a minute, then go back, do move 1 for a minute, do move 2 for a minute, and then move 1 for a minute, move 2 for a minute. On day 2, you'll get 2 additional moves. And so that means you do 4 moves because you have the 2 moves from day 1 and the 2 moves from day 2. So you have 4 moves, each is done for a minute. And again, you can do 1 set, so a 4-minute workout, or you can do them 2, 3, 4 times in a row if you want. All right, let's get started. So our first one, the first move is really just to get you started, get your body warmed up a little bit, and I'm going to give you 3 different versions of the same move depending on what your mobility is. So we are going to start standing up. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart, so just straight down from your hips, and your toes are pointed forward. So give yourself a good base. Now, because of my neck, I used to do this move where I would actually put my hands on my hips, and then you want to lean to the one side that you're going to plant your leg, and so make sure that my left foot is planted, and then you just bring your leg a little bit off the ground. So you can see I'm wiggling my foot. You only have to bring it a little bit off the ground. So basically you're balancing on one leg. And you can stay here, or you can bend slightly forward. So for me, you want to engage your abs, and I'll go to the side. I want to make sure your butt's not sticking like way out, and I have this huge arch in my back, so I will tuck my tailbone under, engage my abs, and just balance here. So you could balance here for a minute, or during that minute, you could be bending slowly forward and slowly backwards. Make sure your abs are engaged. For those of you who have full mobility and a good amount of flexibility, what I would want you to do is keep engaged, but bend all the way down and touch your toe or touch the floor, and then come back up. Now I'm not going to do that because with my neck injury, I can't actually do it. So do that for 1 minute. That's move number 1. Notice we only were on one leg. So what you can choose to do is you can either do 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other leg, or for a challenge, do a minute on one leg, a minute on the other leg. Same move. So you want to make sure you do both sides. All right? So that's just a standing leg. Now, the next one is a squat. So for me, again, it's amazing when you hurt your neck how much hurts. So my neck, shoulders, everything hurts. So I've been doing a modified squat. So again, we start with our hip width apart. Feet are planted, toes are facing forward. For me, I only go down about 6 inches. So I go kind of down squat. You want to go down a little bit and come back up. So I'll show you kind of from the side. So I'm only going down a couple more inches and then coming back up. And the reason is anytime I'm moving forward, my neck actually bothers me. Now, for those of you who can go farther, definitely go farther. For those of you who are thinking, Katie, that's nothing. That's not going to do anything. I actually had to do this move when I was rehabbing my knee right after an injury. What you want to make sure you do when you're doing your squat is think about flexing your quad. So basically think about lifting your kneecaps up high using your muscles before you do anything. So you stand here, you try and flex your quad, and then squat down, squeeze your glutes, keep your abs in, squat back up. Do that for a minute. Promise you, you'll notice a difference. Again, Flex your quads, pull those kneecaps up, and then think about flexing that booty and keeping your abs in, and then come back up, okay? That's it. So move 1 is the standing balance, and you're either leaning forward, just balancing, leaning forward and backwards, or going all the way down and touching the floor and coming back up. Abs engaged the whole time. Move 2 is a squat. So you're either going modified, just a little bit down and up, or legs parallel to the ground, down and up. I'll do one just for you guys. Legs down and up, or you can go all the way, booty basically to your ankles. So day 1.